Welcome to Wagons West on Thursday, April the 25th, and tonight we are asking the very important question.
Do you like dags? Dags? What?
Yeah, dags.
Dags. You like dags? Sure. I like dags.
We have tonight Mr. Jeremy MacKenzie of Diagolon. Jeremy, welcome to the podcast, sir.
Yeah, you gotta be careful going into vans and campers. Anything with doors like that, people could scribble something on it, and then years later, someone could stand next to it, and you're a national news story because you're a hysterical, lunatic in Canada. So
that's a very good point. You have to be careful of that. That is, in the last couple of years through the COVID hysteria, that was kind of one of the trends, right? With campers or trucks or whatever, people would sign their signatures on the doors or the windows or whatever, and just commonplace. But yeah. I guess if someone was sitting in the seat or occupied the space maybe 100 years ago, that must make me a racist now for sitting in the same chair, I guess.
Yeah, well, you're breathing the racist air of your ancestors, so there's no way around it now. Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, I just got to tell you, I'll let you introduce yourself for anybody that is watching that doesn't know who you are at this point. But I got turned on to you a long time ago when you were still going by Raging Humanist. And,
wow, well, you're that old. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was actually a friend, Charlotte Finn, posted it, and I was like, this guy sounds like he's making sense. And it was one of those kind of like field walks. You're going on a walk and just ranting in the phone. And then I heard your tidbit, your soundbite there when you were talking about Omar Khadr. And actually funny, no, it's not a funny story, haha, but just funny, interesting is that spent some time in Ontario going through the family court system, and our family lawyer's husband was on the legal team for Omar Khadr, and Omar Khadr actually stayed at his house in Toronto, which I found out after the fact. So there's a little 6 degrees of separation for you.
Jeez, yeah. Well, he's got his millions of dollars. He's doing fine. He's being taken care of.
Yeah.
Not like par for the course in this country.
For sure.
I used to do those. Yeah, I was in Saskatchewan. I was living out there for a couple of years.
That's right.
So I used to do that. Just it's endless, you walk forever. There's miles and miles of dusty roads to go down, and I liked it. I like it out there. I like the Western Canada.
We driving across from Ontario to Alberta, we made to take a stop and take a picture at each of the provincial signs. And Saskatchewan, I thought, had brilliant branding. It was Land of the Living Skies. I was like, yeah, that's right, because what else do you have?
It's totally, it's so, you have to be out there to see it. It's probably similar in Alberta and Manitoba, but just it's so big compared to, because it's so flat and you can see so much of it. There's so much, but yeah, it's especially far up north. I was near Saskatoon, so that's like pretty far north in Canada. I think Edmonton's a little further north, but I love it, especially in the summertime, the spring summertime, when you when you get out of that. The no man's land of that ride from Ontario through Ontario past Thunder Bay, and it just kind of it just opens right up, and it's all so green and yellow, all the canola fields and all, and it's just it's beautiful out there. It's so different, and it's I liked it out there a lot. I love the country. There's so much that we have here. It's incredible. It could be a dump, but it's pretty special.
Yeah, man. We came up here. It was we're in northern Alberta now, up in Valley View, and right now sun sets at about 9 o'clock, and so it gets to be in the summer where it's like midnight or 1 o'clock. It's exactly. It just kind of dips below the surface. Yeah,
really? That late? You're real far up north, eh?
Yeah. So it'll be. I mean, it's technically dark. Like the sun will go below the surface, like below the horizon, at maybe 10 or 11. But then it's still kind of a light sky. It's never actually perfectly dark.
Yeah, I was surprised how much just in Saskatoon, and then look at a map, like it's pretty a lot further north than where I'm used to living, like basically along the U.S. border, basically. It would get dark in the summertime at like 11 o'clock at night, and then the sun is up at 4 in the morning. It's like 5 in the morning. I was like, it's daylight already. Like the nights were quick, and then in the wintertime, it's just dark till. The sun doesn't come up till 10 in the morning or something, and it's up till 6, and then it's back down again, or it's short amounts of daylight. But yeah, it's interesting. I liked it.
What's it like over in Nova Scotia? My dad's from Peggy's Cove. I've never actually visited, but it's on the list.
Yeah, it's just a big pile of rocks. I mean, I don't, I don't know. I've been there. It's a lot of tourists and stuff, and there's a sign about every 15 feet telling people not to climb on the rocks because you'll die, and they do it anyway. But because so many people can't read the signs, but you get rogue waves, carry them away, mostly like Japanese tourists or something. I don't think it's happened in a few years.
When I was over in Ireland, I went 2012, 2013, and 2017. They have the cliffs of the Moor and stuff like that, and you have all the edges, the cliffs, like you'd fall off the edge right into a lake.
Oh, yeah.
And there's just no fences. There's no signs. It's just like at your own peril.
Yeah. Use common sense. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Why isn't there a fence? Does there need to be? You familiar with gravity? Yeah, no?
It's a self-correcting problem here.
Yeah, good old Ireland. I'd love to visit that place. It looks cool there.
It's so beautiful.
That might be one of the only countries I'm still allowed to visit because I'm banned from so many. Anything involved in the Five Eyes intelligence network, so all of those not going to happen. But Ireland isn't in that network, so I might be able to. Yeah.